Hi there, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Sandy Zimmer, and tonight I'm joining my close to my heart Twisted Sisters for a YouTube hop, creating with the new catalog for March and April, and these are the cards that we're going to make. So here's a peek at the front of that catalog, and like I say, this is for March and April 2024. I'm just going to flip to the page here of the product I'm using. So I am using the Let's Go Anywhere scrapbooking stamp, Z7134, and I'm going to use this sentiment right here. I haven't been everywhere, but it's on my list to create some cards. So I just want you to know that even though these products are created for scrapbooking, we can always twist them into something to make for a card. So here we go. I've already stamped that on there. It's on a 2 by 6 inch piece of White Daisy cardstock. And of course, I've used my Intense Black ink on there. And then I'm just showing you that I'm using a slimline card here. And that is from our package. And it is the X257. So you can get those on my website. And I'll provide a link for you at the end of the video here. So I'm just sort of placing this on here and deciding what I want to do. I'm just going to go through the Let's Go Anywhere paper pack, and that's X7303B. And it comes with the stickers. This piece is an interesting one. It's got sort of like streets and stuff on it. On the back of the zip strip, of course, it tells us the colors that we can use as coordinating inks or papers to go with it. I'm just showing you a picture of each of those sides and, of course, the zip strips on there, so you've got an idea what they look like. This one with the passports is super cute. And then I'm just going to go through and sort of decide which paper I want to use on my card front. So I decide to go with this one, the one with the passports. I haven't been everywhere. I thought that was a good combo to go with it. So you can see here the size of that card front, and I've cut the paper down to fit that. And then just again, looking at the paper pack, it tells me coordinating inks that will work with it. Pardon me. So I've chosen the charcoal. I'm just using one of our round sponges cut into sixths and inking that up and inking around the edges. It just helps to create a more finished look and sort of give you a little bit of depth. So I'm going to do this all the way around that piece of cardstock or pattern paper, and then I'm also going to do it all the way around my stamped image here as well. Now I do decide to dovetail this later on, but at the moment I'm just inking it up this way. You're watching me as I'm creating here and trying to decide what I'm doing. So these are the steps that I take when I create. And I wanted to add a fun little image here, and I thought that these little snails were adorable. They're from Z7144. It's called Happy Snail Trails. And I thought it was just too cute. So there's some of the images in the catalog there. And then, of course, here's the stamp set. Now, I did get the one with the thin cuts. I love it because it's quick and easy, right? I picked that little snail, and I'm just going to color that up. I'm using the gold brown blend here. So some of it I did on camera and some of it I did off camera. I didn't want to bore you with watching me color the whole thing. I know you guys have seen me color many times. And if you haven't, then you can send me a message and I'll link you to a video that I've done with coloring with the tri-blend markers. They are one of my favorite tools to use for coloring, for sure. So then I just go and I'm using that light green blend here for the shell. And again, like I said, I did quite a bit of this off camera. I just wanted to show you which colors I was using in case you'd like to replicate it. I feel like these colors went really well with the paper pack. So now I'm just switching to the dark here and adding a little bit of depth again. And just sort of layering up those. These markers are alcohol-based, and so they blend really, really nice. Just putting some finishing touches on that little snail. He's so cute. I'm using the gold brown blend here again just to add a little bit more detail. And then I'm just going to use the dark red blend just for that sweet little flower on there. And I'm using the True Blue blend to give him some nice sharp eyes. I'm going to use my white gel pen here to add some dots in the eyes and then some accents. And there's a close-up look. And then just figuring out my placement here. I'm actually going to make this into a retirement card, and I thought the sentiment right off the bat gave me that retirement feel. So I haven't been everywhere, but it's on my list. Happy retirement, because of course we all know that when we retire, we want to travel and we want to go see new things. So I thought that was super cute. And, just as a little side thing, I thought the snail was, slow down, enjoy the view kind of thing. So that's why I picked these particular items to go together. Now I'm using that light green blend around the edge here. I just wanted to tie it into that little snail. I'm also going to use my black journaling pen here in a second and draw some lines around the outside as well. I feel like that really makes the sentiment pop, and it also ties everything in, matches those lines on the snail and whatnot. So this one's a pretty simple card. I mean, it's pretty easy to put together. I couldn't find anything in our current catalog that had Happy Retirement on it. So I went into my stash and I found B1535. So it's Hooked on You is what it's called. And it does say Happy Retirement on it. So I created a smaller little banner here, dovetailed the end, and then replicated the other banner by using that light green blend around the edge, and then of course my black journaling pen, and then I sort of stuck it in behind that banner and that little snail just to give it a little trail, somewhere to go. I really do love the combination of these two. I hope you do as well. Just a fun little card. And then at the end here, I decided to sort of take the idea from that Let's Go Anywhere stamp set and create a little line for that snail and a heart for him. So that's what I did there. Okay, now I'm starting a second card here using a slim line as well. And I ink this up and I pop it on there. And I have to say, I'm showing you my live video here. I'm using the Intense Black ink. And I didn't get a great impression here. So I did kind of go in and try to do it again. And then in the end, I ended up using my black journaling pen and coloring it in a little bit. Now I wanted this to say I haven't been fishing everywhere, but it's on my list. And it could be as a birthday card, or it could be a retirement card, whichever one you wanted. So what I'm doing is I'm taking that stamp from the Hooked on Fishing here, Z7146. And I'm stamping it on a little Post-it note, and then I'm going to cut out the part that says fishing. And you'll see here that I put that where I want it to be on my card. So that's where I'm going to end up stamping. I put the rest of that Post-it note on there, and it's going to act as a mask. And when I stamp this, I'm just going to get the word fishing. So you could also cut your stamp apart, but I know some people don't like to do that. So I wanted to show you how to do this. And it fits in there just great. It's a little bit of a different font, which I think adds a little bit of interest to it. And like I said, here you can see where I'm sort of coloring in where I didn't do a great impression. And I just did a few letters on camera here, and the rest I do off. Now I'm grabbing that little fisherman, and I'm grabbing that boat. The boat I went ahead and I stamped on toffee cardstock. And then I did do a little bit of coloring with the gold brown blend, the gold brown blend on the boat as well, just to give it a little bit of depth. And then you can see here that I'm coloring up this little guy. I'm using the True Blue blend for his overalls. I'm using the light green for his shirt. I'm using the fair skin for his skin, and then the gold brown blend for his hat, and then also a little bit of that gold brown blend on the fishing rod and the line itself. So I'm cutting off the bottom part here. Even though I use the thin cut, I want to get rid of that little bottom part so that it looks like he's actually sitting in the boat. I didn't like the white being there, so I'm trimming it up to his arms there. And I just feel like it creates a little bit more of a realistic look. So I'm just placing him on there. I want him to look like he's sitting there properly, so the boat's sort of going to be a little twisted, but that's fine. I am a little bit more interested in how the image sits in the boat. So now that I've got those lined up, I'm just grabbing some Capri cardstock here. They're about 1 inch wide, I'm going to say. And you could see there from that little peek that I just gave you, it's light on one side and dark on the other. So I'm just tearing it. Our paper is a white core, and so of course that shows that white, and then I layer them together, and to me it looks like the waves on, on the water. So now I'm popping all of this, the boat and the little fisherman and everything, right there on my card front. I'm grabbing that True Blue blend and coloring a little bit where that line hits the water, and of course off camera I cut off that little piece of the boat. So you can see that I've used all of these wonderful stamp sets. Pardon me. I happened to cut off the part where I used the Stickles Diamonds, the Z3563. I put that on the little fish there as well as on the water, and it just adds a little bit of sparkle and just makes that water look a little bit more interesting. So here are the finished cards. I hope you've enjoyed watching them. You can see the sparkle there. That comes off really nicely. If you've enjoyed this video, I really hope that you'll give it a share. Share it with your friends. Give me a thumbs up and tell me that you liked the video. Ultimately, if you'd like to subscribe, hit that bell and you'll get a notification for when I post something new. And of course, go to my website to make some purchases. That really helps me out. Again, I'm Sandy Zimmer, and I'm with the Close to My Heart Twisted Sisters. Check out the link in the comments for the other videos. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.